going on, everybody? You listen to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the fucking hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
What's going on, beautiful people?
I'll tell you what's happening.
What's happening?
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Okay, for sure.
And I took a loss.
Okay.
I took a loss.
How?
This weekend.
I took a loss as well. I don't know what loss you took.
You took a loss this weekend?
I don't know what I did. I just did some kind of party foul.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Do not worry.
Is that considered a loss? Or
It's considered. Rarely do I feel like I'm going out with my nephew. And that moment, I said, I'm taking a child on the town. I'm taking it. But I'll tell my loss, and then I'll tell your loss afterwards.
Okay.
Because your loss is fucking ridiculous. Your loss is actually, I'm actually embarrassed. I'm even going to call my thing a loss.
Oh, all right, cool.
But.
All right.
But
okay,
I made a promise. I made an oath.
Oh,
I made an oath.
I would say your loss is bigger.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
We had higher stakes built up.
I made an oath that I was gonna drink a fucking IPA all summer. All summer. I said, I swear to God, I'm not gonna drink an IPA. Did I mention it on the pod? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I might have, right? Anyways, I said no IPAs all summer. They're heavy. Yeah. I don't need to be drinking fucking. I'll take a shot if I want to get lit. You know what I mean? I don't need to be drinking some heavy ass IPA.
And I thought you would.
And you thought I would.
Set odds. We had I said odds. It was like minus 300 that if you wanted to bet on Sebastian drinking an IPA summer 2022. And you were like, no way. That's so dumb. You should have been a favorite. Anyways.
I fucking failed.
You failed somehow.
I got duped.
Played.
I got duped.
Yeah.
You know what it was? Dude, I was like, swear to God, I would have been no IPAs all summer.
Yeah.
Because IPAs don't belong in a summer rotation.
No.
I'm
not. I don't.
I never want
IPAs are not in my rotation generally ever.
But I can understand it's winter time.
Yeah.
You want something a little heavy, you get an IPA. The summertime, there's no place for an IPA. So I thought, oh, this is easy peasy bet for me.
Yeah.
Along comes some fucking girl.
Okay.
Along comes a girl. That's Sebastian. I go, yo, what's up? Can I get you the Philly special, the trash can or some shit like that, right?
Okay. You knew it was a beer?
She goes, it's a beer and a shot. I go, great.
Oh. Beer and a shot.
A beer and a shot.
Special.
Beer and a shot. She goes, everyone has it in Philly. I go, okay, great. I gotta have it.
Okay.
I gotta have it. Take the shot. She goes, it's the cheapest beer. It's usually a cheap beer and a shot. I go, great. I love that. I'm that type of trash, right?
Yeah.
Take the shot.
Okay.
I go upstairs, one sip. Oh, wow, that shot's still lingering in my mouth.
Okay, so you couldn't really taste it.
Two sips. I go, what's going on? Then I look at the label, and she goes, wow, this is a nice beer. And then I look at the label. She goes, wow, they gave us nice beers. I go, oh, yeah. And I looked at the label. IPA.
And you told me. You didn't have to tell me because it was our bet, and you could have easily got away with it.
I'm not that type of man.
You're like, Robbie, I fucked up.
I yelled at the girl. I yelled at the girl.
I know.
The poor cute girl buys me a drink, and I go, fuck you! How fucking dare you! Just screaming at a stranger because she bought me a beer. This is the life I live.
I know.
And she goes, what are you talking about? I go, you don't even know.
Honestly, I realized when we made the bet, I was like, damn, that was kind of dumb. It's pretty easy not to drink an IPA.
It's really easy.
But this is why everything was accounted for. These backdoor slots.
I would not lie to you, bro.
Damn.
So now let's talk about your Robbie.
My fuck up?
Robbie's now, well, as we talked on the pod, people when they get drunk, they usually have a yearning for something, right?
Yeah, but I'm that person. I would say.
Some people it's food. Some people it's getting ass. Robbie lately,
it used to be pizza. There's always flashes where it's hooking up.
Used to be pizza. Robbie lately only cares about smoking weed when he gets high.
When I get drunk. Yeah.
When he gets drunk. When Robbie gets drunk, he just wants to smoke weed. He turns it to.
It's a healthy way for me to admit defeat, I think.
He turns it to the Hulk and he's like, help me turn green, motherfucker.
Okay.
Oh, I need weed. Right?
Yeah.
So we're walking around.
We're walking around Philly. Philly dead at 1 a.m.
Dead.
Sad.
It's so sad.
It's crazy.
You know
It's
what
crazy
like?
how big of a city it is in America and how dead it is at night.
Well, not that dead. I had to pee. Remember, I had to pee in an
That's
alley
true.
and someone was taking a shit?
That was true.
That's how I knew it was an okay place to pee in public, because someone else on that same alley was taking a shit.
That's, yes.
I go, I'm safe.
Yeah, yeah.
If a cop comes along, they got priorities here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You don't yell
yeah.
at the peer, you yell at the pooper.
It's like they say you don't have to be faster than the shark. You just have to be faster than the slowest swimmer.
100%.
You don't have to be.
You
can break the law,
you don't
just
have
you
to be
can't break it
pissing.
as
Yes.
bad as the person next to you.
And pooping in public has to be worse than peeing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Pooping, you leave. The rain washes away a pee. Poop
That's a
needs
few
a hurricane.
rains. That's a few rains. Yeah, you need a few rains.
You need buckets of Clorox.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways,
We're
it's
walking
1
down the
o'clock.
street. Yeah.
We Robbie and I, sometimes it'll be late. We'll be like, we're going home. And then I'll look at him and he'll look at me. And I'll go, you want to do one more, just the two of us? Like some sort of fucking losers.
I mean, it was not that late, I guess.
I know. And we go, you want to do one more, just the two of us? I go, yeah.
Yeah. We weren't talking a lot. I would say after, if we go out like that, me and you aren't talking a ton.
Oh, no.
Almost not at all.
So we had to recap.
Yeah, it's a recap on everything.
So we go into the bar. We walk in. We chit-chat with the bouncer for a second. Robbie asked the bouncer. He goes, yo, you know where I could get some weed? You know where I could get some weed?
Yeah.
And the bouncer
Wait,
goes,
did I ask or did you ask the bouncer?
You asked.
Okay.
You were on the mission.
I was on the mission, but I asked you to help me.
You were on the mission.
Because
You
I
were-
also...
Yeah, he's a mess. And he's a child when it comes to asking for weed. So he goes, and the bouncer goes, I don't know. Sometimes there's a guy. He's not here, right?
Yeah, I thought you said he's drunk.
Oh, he's drunk. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So we fuck. I go, let's sit down, let's have a drink. We're in a bar, and this bar is absolute trash. They're literally everyone in the bar is smoking cigarettes.
Everyone is smoking cigarettes.
It's cash only, cigarettes
Cash
everywhere.
only, yeah.
I swear to God,
Which is where we want it to be. Light beer.
I saw
cheap.
dogs and cats in the bar.
Yeah.
I saw 2 animals in the bar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw a rat go to walk in. They go, I don't go to that side of town.
It's
you
like
know?
the dive. People were like, oh, this is the best dive bar. It's like a dive. Very divey.
It's
Literally smoking cigarettes.
Horrible.
Everybody's smoking cigarettes. I thought somebody was smoking a joint across the fucking... Somebody was definitely smoking weed at the bar.
no one was.
Okay.
No one was because of what happened next.
Okay. Well, that's why what happened next blows my mind.
Because it makes logical sense. You were in the
Okay.
wrong. So
Okay,
the
okay.
bartender comes up to us and he's like a young kid, you know? I would say
Yeah.
younger than me. And he goes, what do you guys want? I go, 2 Bud Lights, right? And Robbie goes, can we buy a joint from you? Yeah, so a bartender in a professional setting.
It's not
Can
that
you-
professional.
It's a bar.
It is a bar.
Imagine going into Dwayne Reed asking the guy to buy a
No,
joint from
Dwayne Reed is totally different than a dive bar where everyone is smoking cigarettes at
And
1 a.m. and there's cats and dogs loose. You go to a bodega.
Cats and dogs loose.
you go-
Everyone's ripping cigs. And
If you go to a
Robbie gets in
bodega-
trouble.
If you go to a bodega, you could be like, "No, do you sell joints?" Like they sell adjacent things.
I had to hop in so quick because
This
the guy
got
so
so mad.
pissed. The guy, I go,
You
whoa,
would've
whoa, whoa.
thought-
I go,
yeah.
we're from New York. It's legal there. We weren't sure. He goes, we're a real establishment.
I can't
Meow,
believe you would
cat.
embarrass me. I can't believe you would even ask that. You're lucky I don't kick you out. I'm like,
People are
Oh, my
illegally
bad.
smoking cigarettes.
yeah, I would imagine you're just not, or they have some kind of license that you could smoke in there. I don't know. You would have thought that I offended this man to such a degree. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck to do.
You would have thought Robbie was the one shitting.
Yeah.
And it was against his bar.
I mean, what you said and what I've told the story now to like 2 or 3 people, and they're like, oh, they might have thought you were like a cop.
Yeah.
Like I maybe was at like, oh,
Like
you don't
a
know.
training day.
Like I was somebody
You
that
and
was
I
trying to
look
like
a fun cop duo.
like I was somebody like to bust this place,
Oh, totally.
and they were like, oh, maybe he was just overreact. I don't think though he thought that.
I think
You think
that
he thought I was
Nah, I don't
maybe
think so.
no.
You were hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, tell him the best part.
I go, Robbie, go to the bathroom.
I needed to go. Yeah.
I go, go
Just
to the
disappear
bathroom.
for a
I'll
little
handle it. Go
bit
to the
before
bathroom.
this guy got too mad.
Go to the bathroom. I go, I'll handle the situation. He leaves. I find a local. I buy him a shot. Next thing you know, Robbie comes back. I bought weed and fucking roller papers for $4 from some local dude.
You come back with a tin.
Just a tin full of weed.
A tin full of weed.
Yeah. I go, see, just ask me, Rob. Truly, just ask me.
Yeah.
I would have found you the weed.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did. But yeah, no, Philly was fun.
You know how I know it was fun?
How do you know it was fun?
When we're walking down one of the streets, I forgot the fucking name, and you know what? It doesn't matter at this point.
No.
Right?
No.
We're walking down one of the streets. There was a guy, 1 in the afternoon, early in the day.
Yeah.
And he takes it. He's drinking like a soda, and and the music is playing. He starts dancing.
This guy was incredible. He's looking at himself. In the reflection. He's on like one of the busier streets. South Street. It was South Street.
Looks like a normal guy.
Yeah.
And he takes a sip of soda. He's dancing. He looks at himself in the mirror and he goes, "Don't you start. Don't you start." He has to unhype himself. Like people normally have to hype themselves up. This guy lives a life that even sober, he's like, "You're too good a time. Remember that. Everywhere you go, you turn a party.
Once you start, you cannot stop." He's dancing. It was very uplifting.
He was the Spider-Man of partying.
Yeah.
He's like, I know if I start partying that I'm going to cause a huge party in the streets and I'll be here all night long moving and shaking. He wasn't even drunk.
No, not that kind of partying. He was feeling like a dance come about his body, and he was like, I gotta relax this now. I can't be doing this.
He goes, "Don't you start. It's too early in the day for me to be such a good time. For me to be such a good time, don't you start." I wish most people have to be like, "Come on, you could do this.
Yeah.
Tonight you got this. You're a good time. You like this. You have fun. You like going out. You have fun." This guy's going out being like, "Okay, easy does it."
He has to calm. He doesn't have to hype himself up. He has to do the opposite. He has to calm himself down.
It was truly inspirational.
I know. It was inspirational.
It was.
Don't you that's a nice way. That's a beautiful way to live.
Yeah, I wish I was a more don't you start guy.
You kind of are a little bit. Nah. Depends on when you're in the mood. When you get in the mood, you're in the mood.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
More so than most people.
Yeah.
You have an ability to let it take over you. Some people don't I don't know.
You don't let the
let the party just take over you.
You gotta let it seep from you.
Because you look dumb.
You look dumb.
Not always, but you look out of place a little bit.
I don't think I want to be the guy on his cell phone at a bar, but sometimes I end up being that sometimes. I think and you know what? I want to put blame on the bar, but sometimes you got to blame yourself, because if Don't You Start guy was in that bar, he wouldn't put blame on the bar.
No, you're right.
We need
Don't You Start guy.
Don't You Start guy.
We need to start thinking about how he would behave.
100%, because sometimes it's like, oh, everyone's on their bar. Everyone is on their phone at the bar. It's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
All it takes is a couple of good times to turn a bar into a fun event. And then once people see it's fun, the other people, it becomes infectious.
Yes. It's tough, though. Sometimes people, that kind of attitude is infectious. It's annoying because a lot of people are like, we don't want to have fun. Some people don't want to have fun. Some people genuinely don't like to have fun.
When we went to the bar the other night, and there was someone in that packed bar that we could barely hear each other talking, reading a book, that's the type of guy that would be mad that people are starting to have fun.
Yeah.
If you go to a packed bar late at night on a Friday, Saturday night, and you're reading a book, I remember, that's for attention, motherfucker. Okay?
Yes.
That's for attention.
Yeah.
I get attention in my way. Being right?
Yes.
You get your attention in this way. I'm a thinker.
I know. My friend went to a concert the other night, and he called me, and he's like, the people behind us wanted to sit, and started like yelling at me. And I was like, was anybody sitting? He's like, the entire arena is standing. That's the people behind you. It's like they are trying to go to this place to have to get attention, to start a fight, to like, you go to a crowded bar to read. It's like you're inviting conflict.
Here's the thing. The person that's the least fun at a bar or a party is what everyone has to yield to.
Yes.
That's what sucks.
I know.
It's never like, look at that person. They're having the most fun. I guess we all should be having the most fun. Usually it's the person that's having the least fun in a group setting. We all have to go to their level.
Yeah, you gotta just be like, I don't care about it. You gotta cut that person out.
Oh.
Draw a line in the sand.
Laugh in their face.
We're either gonna do this or we're gonna do that. You cannot cater to that person anymore.
But groups of people, they will only be as happy as the least happy person.
Fun levels aren't nut allergies. I think those people don't need to understand that.
Repeat that.
Fun levels are not nut allergies in that you have a big party. You can't do peanut butter if somebody's allergic to nuts. It just is what it is. They could die.
Yeah.
I think some people treat having fun with the same stakes as a nut allergy. Not the case. You're not having a good time. You don't like the music. We don't have it. It sucks to have to yield to somebody with a nut allergy because people like nuts, whatever. But also you have to do that because they could die. And it's like, I understand that.
Totally.
I don't think levels of fun, people I think that they should be catered to equally. And it's just not the case.
Totally. It's actually wild. I'm like, there's like a lot of things, but like, yeah. If one person's like, I don't want dessert, then the whole table never gets desserts. Do you notice that?
Yeah, that is true.
If one person at a restaurant, you're out with the 8 people, one person goes, I don't want dessert. Everyone else is hesitant to have a good time to get dessert.
They should. People should just do it.
I'm going to start getting dessert alone.
You should.
And I know everyone's already going to say it looks like he does already. So go fuck yourself, because when I'm out with your mother, she's not eating dessert, I'm eating dessert. Okay? And then I'm going home and I'm eating her ass. Okay?
That's amazing.
Oh, God. Let's give the stats.
Yeah.
Let's give the stats.
No. I'm not doing the stats.
No, I know.
Should we give the stats?
Shoot, no. This is the most toxic thing I could say.
Yeah. But it's made up. Anyways. So, people should get dessert. I would say people should get dessert. I like to plan like little vacations a lot of times. And a thing that I always try to be like is like, this is everybody's vacation. Like whatever you like to do on vacation, you could do, but like you can't poo whatever. Some people's vacation is relaxing at the place, reading a book. And you can't get mad if somebody wants to do that. But then in the same vein, like when we all go out, you can't be like, oh, I don't want to go home.
Well, yeah,
you got to Uber. You do this. Everybody's got to be able to like do what they want. Everybody works too hard and does too much to when they're on vacation not enjoy. And some people, I guess, want to argue, like the people with the books at the bar.
People that aren't having fun. Misery loves company, they say.
Yeah,
and that happens to be true around people that drink.
Yeah,
it sucks.
It does suck.
I shouldn't share this.
Okay, I don't.
All right.
Now, what is it? What is it?
Nah.
What is it? What is it?
I don't play that game.
All right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. Okay. What is it?
You
sometimes, sometimes people are like, I shouldn't really tell you this. I'm like, don't. That's just my natural response, because I don't want to. If it's information that doesn't need to be known by the general public, like I don't need to know your sister's drama.
Totally.
You know what I mean? People are like, I shouldn't tell you this. You know what?
Don't tell me. I'm totally on board with that.
Because I don't want to be trusted with value. You know what I mean? You're just putting something valuable on me that I gotta hold. And if I lose it or drop it or accidentally tell somebody, it's on me. I don't need it.
We're also running a show.
This is different. I know. I know. I'm just saying my instinct. I said don't so fast because that's my general instinct. This is a different scenario. I would like to hear your story.
It's also, I do this thing. If someone goes, oh, do you know the band's something? They say a band. I go, no. And they go, you don't know that band? I go, what songs do they play? You don't know that band? I can't believe you don't know that band. If they don't tell me within 2 sentences, I literally look them in their eyes. I go, I don't want to know the band anymore. I don't want, and it hurts them. At that moment, I'm looking to hurt them. Yeah. Because they go, I have information you don't. I have. And I go, you know what? Keep it, you loser, because my brain is full of fucking awesome shit. My brain's full of fucking amazing shit.
Keep it, you loser. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sugar plums and tits. Yeah, what are we talking here? Yeah,
I don't have any more information for this band that you speak of.
Oh, you don't know them? You don't know this band? I go, I don't want to. Have a good night. I'll walk out.
People love to dangle information.
Bitch,
I got an iPhone.
Totally.
I can access information, and sure, if I want to know, we have an engaging conversation. I don't need a whole song and dance.
And sometimes you just need to remind someone so they remember. Oh yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
It's not always like names are hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
People love when they have a little piece of information you don't.
I know.
You could tell the the smaller someone feels emotionally, the longer they draw out the information that they have.
Yeah.
If they feel like an itty bitty weak person, they'll be like, you don't know how to get to Target from here?
Yeah.
Target, the easiest store to drive to from here? Right?
Yeah.
They'll go on and on.
Yeah.
And then I look them in their eyes, I'd be like, I'm sorry your life is falling apart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you need this to make you feel big.
Yeah.
Then I fart in their chair and I
Yeah,
leave the
you
room.
leave. I mean, that's not a bad move.
So I shouldn't say this.
Okay.
But I will. I hate to shit on people in shape, but you know what? Everyone shits on me for being fat.
Okay.
This one dude.
He's in shape.
It's a tail.
Okay.
This one guy. He was in great shape, you know?
Okay.
Great shape. And someone says, "Why are you in great shape?" He like posts like a picture of him shirtless. And someone says, "Why are you in such good shape?" And the caption was, someone asked me, why do I work out so hard? Why am I in such good shape? And I said to them, because in case a car falls on top of my children, I can lift the car up and save their life.
That's what
the guy said. Rather
in
than
his own
post.
his own comment.
His own comments.
He asked himself this question and answered it.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's not getting in shape for vanity. He's not getting in shape for his own health.
So what he says.
He's getting in shape because if a car goes on top of his children, he can lift it and save their life.
And he's posting this.
He posts this.
And it's a picture of him shirtless?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Incredible.
Do you need shirtless photos on the internet in order to help save your family?
No. No, not
Does
at all.
that help save your family?
It gets better.
Okay.
So recently I've come across his page.
Okay.
The dude's gotten fat as shit.
Okay.
I guess he doesn't care about his kids being crushed by cars anymore. I guess.
Yeah, you can't give yourself that much. You can't. People need to relax on the way that they justify things in their life and just be honest.
Bro, the fact that he said it makes him now a monster.
I know.
Daddy, why aren't you in shape anymore? Because you're a fucking asshole. I hope a car falls on you. I'm not saving your ass. Give me a donut, baby.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
That's when with parents and kids, the dynamic, it's very tricky when it's just like, oh yeah, this is all for my kids.
Yeah, this is why you need to just say the truth.
Yeah, just say it's for you.
Be like, don't I look good? I'm a dad, and look at my body. I feel fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Right? Instead, he made it about his children's lives.
I know.
And now that he's fat,
people love to do this. Toxic men love to do that.
I saw it, Robbie. I was pissing my pants. I was laughing so hard.
Because you're like, wait a second. This is the same. And you went back to the old post.
I could not believe that he got fat. I was so excited. I've never been more excited to see someone fat. And also, whatever your body is, it is.
100%.
Just don't claim.
No.
I don't say, oh, I'm fat, so in case my nephew has to jump out of a building, he can land on my belly.
Yeah.
What happens if I lost weight?
Yeah. No, I gotta do this.
No, I gotta stay fat.
I need to stay, yeah.
What if my family's in a burning building and they need a trampoline? Like, what the fuck are we talking
I know. People need to be honest with themselves.
Bro, it's so funny to me. I hope one day his kids read that post and they confront him about it.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't do that, baby.
That's what meant they love to be like, oh, this is all for my kids. This is all for my kids. All right. It's a little bit for you. It's mostly for you.
I understand if someone's like, I'm getting in shape so I can be healthy to live longer for my family.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to give my family good years. That's a beautiful reason to work out.
Yes. It's for a lot. Yeah.
Not if a car...
I want to enjoy the things in my life that I love for longer, and I want them to... I understand that people care about me. That's a nice way.
Also, the scenario was so specific.
In case a car comes.
A car was on top of my 3 children.
He has like a vision of himself as this superhero. A superhero.
Yeah.
Which is also not healthy.
No.
Like, you're not going to be Superman. It's too much pressure to put like all this like good persona sometimes, I feel like. Like, if you're always like, I'm this great guy, I do all this good, like, it's a lot of pressure on yourself.
It's better just be honest.
It's 100% better to always just be honest. Yeah,
nobody suck and are good.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah, 100%. Everyone makes mistakes, but some people, I think, like, I don't know. Even certain celebrities, they have like these personas. It's like this is a lot to live up to.
What was the thing I sent you the other day about Michael B. Jordan's saying that sometimes if a woman comes up to you, that doesn't mean they're flirting with you. So you could just be nice to them or some shit. Like, what I sent
forget.
you? All right, so this is what Michael B. Jordan once said. Not every man who is nice to you is flirting with you. Some mothers raise their children to be a gentleman.
Also, did he actually say that? Or sometimes I will...
Michael B. Jordan, it's on the Insta post.
I mean, this is what I will say. I feel Michael B. Jordan has got himself in the entrepreneur culture of just like, people will just put a pic, like him, Tom Cruise. There's like 10 people that they just put pictures of him.
The people from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, and then they just give them made up quotes.
You know what?
That like are just like toxic. They were like, all right, let's get a manly looking dude and a toxic masculinity quote, and we'll just put them on an Instagram post called like Grind and Hustle.
I would love,
and I doubt he actually said
100%, but I would love behind all those quotes about how men were real men once back in the day, and they have the pictures of Peaky Blinders. They listed underneath all the drama schools and musicals that every one of those men did to become in that picture.
I know.
When men were real men. Yeah, we're real men. But
what do you think?
Did musicals.
What do you think?
Yeah. They're not
Robert
chopping
De Niro
blood.
was.
Yeah.
He's
These are all
theater
actors.
Guy. Yeah.
It's so funny when grown men get tricked by fun theater, like artistic people. That we're real fucking men.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. They're
I know.
good at pretending.
100%.
You know who's a real
They're
man?
Phenomenal.
A real man is someone that literally wakes up and has a family and rides a fucking bus for 30 years.
Yeah.
Kind of like what the Bronx Tale said.
Yeah. Or whatever you want to define as a real
someone
man.
that has morals and follows them. You know?
Yeah.
But Peaky Blinders.
I know. Cillian Murphy. What do you think? Most of these people, like 2 people, are actually like pseudo assholes maybe in Hollywood. Most of these people are theater. Like, that's how you become. Brad Pitt, theater kid.
Theater kid.
They're all theater kids. Tom Hanks, theater kid.
And I have a secret for everyone. Brad Pitt, yes, people look up to him. Probably men look up to him because he gets a lot of ass, right?
Sure, yeah.
Great. But here's the secret. The guy that played Tevye in the high school play at your school also got a lot of ass. It's just on a different scale.
Yes.
You just don't realize that. It's just on a different scale.
Yeah. Arguably not even. It's just like he was able to do it for longer.
Yes. He just continued. And the people that he would hook up with.
As your world gets bigger. Yeah, exactly. As your world gets bigger, he's doing the same. It's the same dynamic.
Exact thing.
It's just exactly.
So it's wild that people look at actors like that.
I know. But anyways, so he says real men, gentlemen, that...
You want me to read it again?
Yeah.
Not every man who is nice to you is flirting with you. Some mothers raise their children to be a gentleman.
Okay.
I know.
That's just... it's a
Even
weird
if
standard.
He did say it.
Yeah, which I doubt.
Just
because I know those types of accounts. But anyone that's putting that pressure on themselves is weird. It's just like, don't go out. It's also a little fishy to me when people go out of their way to talk about how nice they are and how good of a person they are.
Yeah.
It's like, well, all right, sure, we all are trying to do that.
You know what I love?
What?
When someone's shitty. When one person's shitty and the other person just lists all the good things that they did for them. I love when people pull out the good shit in a petty way.
Like, okay, what do you mean?
Like someone's going through a breakup and they go, I went to your Thanksgiving 4 fucking years in a row. Like I only want to hear good things if we're trying to tear the other person's soul down. That's the funniest time.
Like somebody gets caught doing something bad,
yes,
and then they only list all their good things.
They only list. I think literally you are ruining every good thing you ever did by saying that.
I know.
You're ruining, and to me, it is the funniest thing for someone to literally like get caught cheating on a test, or someone gets cheating on their spouse or something like that, and they just list the hundreds of thankless things that they did.
Because then it's calculated.
It's all
it immediately
not
becomes exactly.
I love that so much. It's so fucking funny to me. It's so funny to me.
I mean, that's a lot of people.
You know what I do? Someone
What?
says you did this. I go, yeah, I suck in that way. I'm sorry.
You just apologize.
Sure.
Address the thing. Look, I try my hardest. I fell short in this scenario. That's the best way to be. Also, that's weird because they're keeping a mental
tab, of
which is
everything
not,
that they
you're
do.
not going to live a happy life.
You don't have peace.
No, you'll never have peace.
I stopped
'Cause
carrying.
in your mind, you'll never do as much for someone. Like, it just won't ever add up because you're the star of your own show.
Everyone's a star there on.
So it's like, all right,
That's
you
why people
see-
like the movie The Truman Show.
Okay.
Not because it's a great movie, but
Okay.
because everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm so important that probably the whole world's based around me.
Interesting. Yeah, that's how people feel.
That's how people feel.
I'm on the Truman Show. No, you're not.
Yeah, everyone
One of
thinks that
us-
they're fucking on The Truman Show.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you're on CCTV.
Yeah.
This is some fucking, we're making sure that no one's stealing from the 7-Eleven. Okay? You ain't The Truman Show, lady.
I know.
Dude, okay?
I know. But no, it's good. I think it's
One of
good
the
to
wor-
get ahead of yourself.
One of the worst times I got caught with something, I just admitted at fault. I'll
Okay.
tell you now. I went with an ex to, we thought we were going to go to a petting zoo, but we actually went to an animal sanctuary.
What is that? A
Animal
cemetery?
An animal sanctuary is where they take abused animals and they try to like give them a second life.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I was like all excited to see a bunch of animals, and then when we get there, I'm like, they're like, oh, hold this goose. I'm like, oh, great, this goose is awesome. And then like, yeah, this goose was abused, yada yada. They like,
And you picked out the date night.
yeah,
Okay.
we went there. And
Okay.
yeah, I thought so this wasn't a win, right?
Okay.
And as you leave, they try to make you become vegan. Which is great. So, vegans, I support you. You know, I think that you're very hot. It is what it is, right?
Yes.
Beautiful, wonderful skin, clear, right?
Yeah.
Bowel movements, I hear, are phenomenal.
You joined them for 1 month.
Oh, the best,
28 days,
the best
maybe.
poops I've ever taken in my life.
Nice.
Vegans have the best poops in the game. This is why they're talking about it all the time.
Interesting.
Vegans poops, if they're eating actual fiber,
That's good.
it's literally, it's like
Enough to make an impact on your day to day.
truly.
It changes the way it is a mood changer.
You would take. It was amazing, these poops I would take,
But
let's
not
talk
enough
about
to not.
it. I mean, have you had chicken palm?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm leaving the animal sanctuary. They're like, and we just saw all these animals. They talked about how horrible the chickens are treated, pigs,
Yeah.
etc.
Which is sad, and it is an issue, sure. 100%.
And I leave, and I'm starving. I'm so fucking hungry.
Okay.
I go, babe, we gotta stop. She goes, oh, no, we'll get food in a little bit. I go, babe, I gotta pull over. I pull over in the 7-Eleven, and I grab 2 hard-boiled eggs from a 7-Eleven in a plastic bag.
Okay.
I turn around.
The guy.
Several people from the animal sanctuary are standing right there with me holding 2 hard-boiled eggs in my hands.
And they were like,
And they
you should have been like, hey, you convinced me to go vegetarian.
I mean,
I was going to get the taquitos.
Hey,
I meet you halfway.
I was on the way. I was about to
It could've been
slam
worse.
pork rinds.
Yeah.
And they looked at me, and they looked at the thing, and I go, I know, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you for the day, though. Thank you for the day.
And what did they say?
They just looked at me.
Yeah.
They slashed my tires.
No.
They say, fuck
They were
you.
violent vegans.
They cut me, and they ate my foot.
It's tough. Those
Yeah.
people, yeah, it's hard for them because they're just going to view you as a bad person.
That's okay. I'm
Yeah.
okay with some people
I
viewing
know.
me as bad.
Yeah, as long as you feel like you have a moral compass that you follow, it's like, all right, I could try. You got it. Everyone's just trying their best.
Sure. Also, I have so many eating issues. Well, let's not fucking throw
Yeah.
animal cruelty on top of it.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I don't need guilt.
It's bigger than you. Yeah.
It's bigger.
It's
Listen
like,
to me.
It's like the Taylor Swift who takes 15-minute jet trips.
Jet what?
Jet trips?
What?
I don't even, what would you call that? She's
Flights on a jet?
flights on a jet?
Jet trips?
Jet trips. I don't know. So she's
little puddle hops in the jet?
Yeah.
What about her?
I think she has the most recorded carbon emissions from her jet of any celebrity, and her average flight time was like well under an hour.
And so you're saying I should feel good?
It's like, yeah, I can't feel, but you can't feel bad about your car. Like, my carbon footprint will never come close to what Taylor Swift does in one 30-minute flight.
I know.
And it's like, you're not the issue from this egg of like
I know.
Like, if we stopped it on a systemic level and we had to get our own, cool, I would do that. But
Totally.
it's just not an option for people like me and you.
And I slammed the egg. And I ate him before I got in the car with my ex because I felt so guilty.
You didn't want her to see?
I just felt weird eating eggs.
Interesting.
I felt weird. Hard-boiled from 7-Eleven. You feel weird no matter what.
Yeah, definitely.
And now throw an animal sanctuary.
So where did
right
you eat
before.
them? In the bathroom?
Yeah, I ate 2 hard-boiled eggs in the
In a
bathroom of the
7-Eleven?
7-Eleven. I pulled my
That's
pants
a low.
down. I sat on the bowl. And I ate 2 hard-boiled eggs. As vegans were just slamming on the door. Get out here, you coward!
Yeah.
You coward! I could just
I can't believe I let you pet my goose.
just smell the hemp
Yeah.
dripping through the door. Yeah, so you just got to know when you fucked up, you know?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
fucked up. I should have went 2 miles away from the fucking sanctuary to get the hard-boiled eggs.
That was the fuck up.
Let's talk about this, Robbie. We
What?
have shows coming up. Please,
Yes.
please, people, come out to the shows. The
Yeah.
shows in Philly. We joke about Philly. I had a fucking tremendous time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun.
I would love to go back.
We'll
It's
definitely
fun.
be back. We went to Cleaver's. That was in case people are keeping track of what spot we went to eat a cheesesteak.
Oh, it was very, very good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
We went to Cleaver's. We loved it.
Very
So,
flavorful.
Philly, we're going to be back out
It's a
there.
new spot.
It's a new spot. Yeah, we're going to be back out there.
Yeah, it was fun. It's great to hang out and meet people that like the show, that like the clips, that thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
Thanks for people that came out to Philly. I think we had a better audience than we thought we were going to have, so that's beautiful. But
we
Rhode
got other
Island.
shows.
We have Rhode Island this weekend, which is going to be very fun.
We got 2 shows in Rhode Island, one on
Yeah, if you're in
Friday,
the Providence,
one on Saturday.
Pawtucket. So we have Providence and Pawtucket. If you're in that
We have
area,
Pawtucket on Friday
and
at
Providence on
Kismet's
Saturday.
Improv Theater. And then on Saturday, we are doing a show at Pig in Providence. So come out. Also, if you want to take workshops or teaching workshops so you can learn a little improvisational comedy.
Correct.
So sign up for all that stuff. And then one last thing. We have a show Friday, August 19th, 9:30. Caveats. Come out, okay?
Yeah, a lot of my friends are coming out. It's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna definitely go out after.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It's gonna be fun. Come alone, bring a group. If you want a good Friday night, August 19th in New York City, come to the show. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I think it will
August
be a lot of fun.
19th.
August 19th.
Yeah.
Come stream the show. Come to the show if you're in New York. It'll be a good time. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And
I'm
that's
excited.
it. That's our shows for, and then September 16th we're back in New
Yeah,
York.
we got
But
shows in the September.
August 12th, 13th, and 19th. If you can come to any of those, that's greatly appreciated. And you can stream the 19th.
Yes, we love that.
For a week.
If you're not in New York, we forgive you. We'll let us know about what city you're in. We'll try to come out, but also stream the shows. Beautiful. I'm excited to go to Rhode Island though.
Yeah, I've never been. I don't really know what we talked about it a little last week.
Smallest states.
It's Italian. Yeah, it's a small state in the
smallest.
in the Union, I believe.
Smallest.
Yeah,
The tiniest.
not the least amount of people though.
Really.
Do you know who has the least amount of people?
Nebraska?
Wyoming.
Is that real?
Yeah, I'm almost positive. It's like under 100,000
Let's
people.
not check.
It's I
Let's
think
not
it's
check.
under 100,000 people.
Let's not check. It's under 100,000.
No, under a million. Under
Under
100,000 would be
Wyoming.
crazy. I think it's under a million. I think more people probably live between where I live and you live in Brooklyn than
Wyoming.
than the state of Wyoming.
Jesus Christ.
That's not true. There's not two.
No, it's true. We say it's fact.
800,000. I think 800,000 people live in Wyoming. If I had to guess,
Wow. That's tremendous. If
we
someone
gotta look it up. You gotta look it up.
if someone put a map down, would you be able to write in every state?
Yeah, I think so. And the capital,
What's the capital of Wyoming?
Cheyenne.
Here's how I spelt Wyoming. W-H
WH.
W-Y-H-O-M-O-I-N-G.
Oh wow.
Why homoing?
Wyoming.
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 Wow.
Wyoming.
Oh my
Wyoming.
God, Jesus! I'm not even trying to be
You
funny.
tight with your accent, I
Yeah,
guess.
I do.
Yeah.
Wyoming.
What's the population?
Population. Let's see.
Am I way off?
I don't see a clear stat. Wyoming.
Google doesn't just.
Oh, I got one.
What is it?
578,000 people.
Yeah. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Maybe honestly between Brooklyn, I think, has over 2.5 million.
Is Rhode Island the bagel boss of states?
Probably.
Is Rhode Island the bagel boss of states? Because they're kind of wild, right?
A little Goomba energy.
A little Goomba energy, right? A little
Yeah.
angry. Don't fuck with me. I am New England. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Is Jersey? It
Jersey-
might be Jersey.
Jersey. I mean, either Rhode
Jersey has an ego. Not an ego, but like, oh, everybody. Maybe not.
Nah, I think.
You think that they are like.
I think.
Because the thing about the bagel boss is everyone is always wronging him. And he's done.
People wrong.
He's on
Long
99.
Island. They're a joke.
He's on 99 all the time. This
Yeah.
fucking girl, the girls I date, everybody just thinks I'm a laughing stock. To the point where he's yelling at a 14-year-old girl from Long Island for taking his bagel order.
Is Rhode Island's. So Rhode Island's, because it's small and we have to equate it to a person, is Rhode Island's bagel boss or Lord Farquaad of the states?
Yeah. The thing about Bagel Boss and Lord Farquaad, they're both very similar. They just have different approaches.
They're different accents.
They have different approaches.
One.
Also, Farquaad has a lot more resources.
Lord Farquaad eats with 6 forks. Bagel Boss doesn't know how to use a fork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have that kind of attitude.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone.
I'm excited.
I feel like
I would love if
people from Rhode Island. I feel like I definitely know people from Rhode Island. I'm always like, oh, you're from Rhode Island.
I'm excited because I could already tell that this is a place that maybe I won't fit in, but it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I think Rhode Island's chiller than the Bagel Boss. I would say.
There's a thing in Rhode Island that is the exact opposite of what I normally get. What's my Dunkin' order? 3, 2, 1, go.
Black coffee.
Great.
Black or cold brew.
Yeah. Right?
Iced. Medium.
Good. That's good.
That's
I'm
good
happy.
that I know that.
I'm happy. Yeah, it's important to know your friend's coffee order,
Yeah.
right? It's like that's how you could tell what type of relationship people have if you know their coffee order.
At the very least.
If my girl knows some dude's coffee order, I'm like, who the fuck is he again? How the fuck do you know that he takes 2 Splendors? What sort of bullshit is this? Slap the coffee in the air?
The more specific, the more insulting.
Totally.
Yeah.
Unless it's someone that like pours sugar in. And Rhode Island has a coffee order
Okay.
that is truly the exact opposite of what I would ever do.
Okay.
They take a big glass of milk and they put a little bit of concentrated coffee in it and spin it around. They call it coffee milk.
So it's coffee flavored milk.
Yeah.
Most people do the opposite. Splash of oat milk, splash of milk, half and half, whatever.
Coffee milk.
This is more milk than coffee.
This is what Dunkin' does if you don't fucking tell them proper instructions.
Do you do ice?
Either.
Wow. Hot
Coffee milk?
is a move.
Hot coffee milk or cold coffee milk?
I mean, they're just attacking the day with a stomach full of milk, baby. Like it's 2002.
You know when everyone would complain about how much milk Dunkin' Donuts puts in a coffee?
Yeah.
People from Rhode Island go to Dunkin'
enough.
Donuts and they go, well, ooh, the bitterness.
Yeah.
They can't take it. This is a sweet town.
What is that point? Yeah, what is the point of that?
Because they like a glass
A
of
tiny,
milk.
just a little bit of, like a tiny kick.
A splash.
A splash of coffee.
Hey, give me a glass of milk, splash of coffee.
Interesting. I've liked like a smoothie with a splash of coffee, I guess. It's a somewhat
That's totally different.
totally different.
That's
it has bananas,
totally-
peanut butter.
People, I mean, I expect people to be yawning at 6:30 in Rhode Island.
Yeah, because they do it backwards.
Because they do it backwards.
Yeah, that's wild.
They're drinking a splash of coffee with a glass of milk.
I know.
I didn't know we were in farmland.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I'm also excited because that means that
Maybe they do. All right, yeah.
people are going to be thick up in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
People are going to be thick. Really people that are very conscious of their weight drink coffee black.
Interesting.
Coffee, milk with a splash of coffee. Those are going to be thick people. And those are my people.
Hopefully they do their drinks follow a similar logic.
Oh, the alcohol.
Hopefully it's tequila with a splash of club soda.
Oh, that sounds tremendous.
If the whole town is just ass backwards, that would be fun.
Is Rhode Island a backwards town?
If everything you do is splash, the opposite splashes, then we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
I'm gonna love this so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get a cheeseburger. It's just cheese and a little piece of burger on top. Jesus Christ,
Just
Rhode Island.
a block of cheese.
Just a block of cheddar with a
little
thin,
bit of
like a roast beef, almost a slice of roast beef on top. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
let me get a Caesar salad and soup with a piece of lettuce on top.
It was Caesar dressing.
Just a soup
Yeah,
of Caesar
little
dressing.
croutons. Yeah.
That would be, oh my God.
Yeah, maybe that's Rhode Island.
I might love this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you'll flip it and reverse it in Rhode Island.
Yeah. I feel like they should really commit if they're going to do this.
Rhode Island should really, if they're going to do a full glass of milk, splash of coffee, we should 100% be flipping everything.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
There's a lot of sauces.
Hey,
Not a lot of penne and a lot of vodka.
100%.
I love it.
Oh my God, I might like it. Hey,
I'm trying to think if there's
I wonder
any
what's gonna
food
happen
that
if
I
I
would like it the opposite way. No.
yeah, of course.
Oreos. No.
Oreos. What?
Oreos. I would think they would make the cookies big because people love the cream.
I was thinking they'd make the cream.
They
big.
would. Maybe.
What
What do you think? If
I
in this
love-
world of Rhode Island, how would the Oreos be constructed? Let us know what you think.
Thick ass cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we dunking our coffee milk in Oreos that are they're mega thin, you know? So it's just cookie, sliver,
The
cookie.
I would think that would be the opposite because they're making this shit the other way. They now have like the super jumbo stuffed Oreos.
Yeah. Oh, those are so good.
I know.
Have you had one?
Yeah.
The mega stuff.
Yeah.
They come with like 2 in a pack. It's
They're
700
great.
calories.
I know.
It's so good. You're eating just frosting from a cake.
Yeah. I thought double stuffed Oreos was the name of the cookie as a kid until like I went to somebody's house
And they had regular.
and they had regular Oreos. And then I was like, oh, because we always got double stuffed Oreos. My mom would call them double stuffed Oreos. And I just thought that's what it was. I thought
What a
it was
beautiful
a double
life.
stuff. That's what an Oreo was, a double stuffed Oreo.
What a beautiful life you lived as
Until
a child.
I was like 12.
Tell me how beautiful a life you lived as a child. Well, when I was a boy, I didn't even know Oreos exist. I thought they were all double stuffed.
I thought that was just the name.
I thought everyone was double stuffed. I
That's
thought
just part of the name.
all Subways came with extra meats.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was plain pizza. I
know.
thought it was all pepperonis, right?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I know. Shout out to my mom. That was her jam.
Double stuffed Oreos.
Yeah.
Nah, I used to eat Snackwells as a fat little boy.
What's a snack well?
Oh, it was like a diet cookie.
Yeah.
Shoot me in the face.
Do they taste all right?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
No, a Snackwell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Diets when I was a kid were so funny.
I know.
It was like, hey, you eat a bunch of cottage cheese and then these cookies that were sugar-free but more calories. You eat Fig Newtons instead of Oreos.
I know. The 90s were an interesting time because it wasn't as easy to do your own research. So
But
you
we
kind of
didn't
had to
understand
believe,
math.
you had to blindly believe like marketing
Totally.
executives who were just trying to like fuck you completely over. Like you just kind of had to blindly believe that the world was everyone was in good faith. Oh yeah, everyone's trying to take care of each other.
That's what I think in the future we're going to realize that about search optimization. Like we don't realize how much
we're getting manipulated.
Yeah. Like search optimization
It's the same as watching commercials.
Yeah, totally. It's like
Because
people
that makes
pay-
sense. Yeah.
what can I say? I'm brilliant.
Yeah. You're 100% right.
Yeah, it's going to be search
Because
optimization.
you could pay for.
Yep. It's going to be, can you believe that we were fed not the truth first because people paid more money for it?
And even like we don't know
I'm coming for you, deep
these
state.
random articles. Yeah. Because there's random articles about anything. You Google literally mistreatment in chicken fucking Purdue. Like what you were talking about before.
Yeah.
In the food industry.
And
you probably won't get. Yeah, it's interesting.
Search optimization literally is like being run by whoever has the biggest bag.
Damn.
And your boy's got a small bag. So
Sebastian opening your third eye, everybody.
What
I
can
bet
I
you didn't
say?
expect
What can I
that.
say?
A lot about something. Oh shit.
No.
Damn.
There's a
Do
couple-
your own research, everybody.
But you can't talk like this because people think you're Republican.
I know. I mean, on some level, I don't have as much like. I don't really have as much faith in the established, like, what's going on in the society. It's hard, but most people, I feel like, don't have that much faith. But yeah, it's hard to talk about without sounding like you have tinfoil hat. But that's on purpose. It's all conflated.
Since we're going to Rhode Island, Like in New York, since we're going to Rhode Island, in New York, I get like, oh, you look like Chris Farley. Oh, you look like the caterpillar from A Bug's Life, right? These are what I get in New York, right?
Okay.
Do you think when I go to Rhode Island, a lot of people are going to be saying I look like Peter Griffin? Do you think that's the digs I'm going to be? Do you think regionally fat people get called different things in different states?
I don't know.
Am I going to be getting called Peter Griffin in Rhode Island?
I mean, you don't really look like Peter Griffin at all.
But you
also don't look like Chris Farley.
No.
Chris Farley was like 5'8".
I 100%. There's like so many.
I think because you're funny, people associate you
But
with
no,
it.
There's still like
They just throw you in a box.
I think you go to certain places and you get told. If I went to Toronto, I would be told I look like the mayor that smoked crack.
Yeah.
Right? So, like I think you go
people
to
just
certain
have
places.
a bad
It
association.
goes fat, blonde, Peter Griffin, right?
He's from Rhode Island, Peter Griffin.
Yeah, Quahog.
Quahog is Rhode Island.
It's a Rhode Island place.
I never knew that they were so close to New York. Do they ever go?
They're fake.
I know, but they never go, right?
Family Guys is
fake. I know, but they never
go. What do you mean they're so close to New York?
That's close. Rhode Island's close.
There was a cartoon. They could go anywhere.
I know, but they
didn't
never
have
went.
to deal with.
They didn't even do a single episode.
They definitely didn't. They definitely went to New York.
They did.
Dude, they went to the pyramids. They did. They were cut to anything.
They were cut to anything, but I don't know if the family ever did a day trip. Wow, this is offensive.
I cannot believe that you're thinking of logistics around Family Guy logic.
Is New York the city?
You know
or is
what?
Boston their city?
They couldn't go to New
Boston's
York
their city.
I think that because of tax purposes, if Peter Griffin left, that he
would
would have to start paying dual income taxes.
Okay. Couldn't even take a vacation.
What are we talking?
I'm offended. I'm offended by Peter Griffin.
Are you offended by that the Jetsons didn't have the World Trade Center in the background?
No, I didn't watch the Jetsons, but if I did, maybe.
What about South Park?
I honestly haven't seen a ton of South Park, but they're from Colorado, right?
You've been to Colorado.
That's true.
Kenny can't take a trip to the Big
New
Apple.
York? So you think I should be offended if any show has not done a trip? That's
a
good way to base.
That's what it sounds like.
If it could fit in, if it makes at all sense, they should be going to New York.
In any cartoon.
In a show that has more than 3 seasons.
I can't believe you.
At least one episode.
Even live shows or just cartoons?
If it makes sense. If it could possibly make sense, then yeah, live shows also. Although there's so many things. I'm conflicted about this.
I think that you should make a show.
Okay.
New York disappears.
And they never go?
It's like The Leftovers, but just there's no more New York, and New Yorkers just have to live throughout the country.
We follow 5 families.
Yeah.
Because Long Island and Manhattan, those 2 islands,
just
which
disappear.
includes and Staten Island, they disappear. Everything disappears.
Everything disappears. People have to go across the. You know what? It's not even. It disappears. They just get teleported, and you land in a new place, and you have to start there.
Yeah.
The leftovers. Overs.
I had a substitute teacher that looked just like Peter Griffin. And he was, I don't think did I ever talk about this guy?
Should I buy a pair of glasses?
He had glasses. He would wear the white polo. He would lean into it. He wasn't like the biggest guy, but he would he had this Peter Griffin's face. He was a little chubby, and he did serve time in prison after he was this is a wild guy. First of all, he would substitute teach. My first introduction to this man was he would substitute teach algebra in 8th grade. And he would always tell us in each class that he left a high-paying job on Wall Street, that he was making over $100,000 because he wanted to help the community.
This is someone preaching how good they are.
He wanted to help the community. So he would tell us, and he would write down how much $100,000. I vividly remember him writing $100,000 on the board. And then he would just do SAT math. We're in 8th grade. He would just do SAT math from 8th grade. He's like, I want to make sure that that's why I quit my job, and I'm now a substitute teacher in this town that he lived in.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that's my introduction to this man. We fast forward to high school. He had some connection at Disney World, and he would coordinate the senior trip. And he would get the senior trip we would get a pretty cheap price, and we would get to stay at one of the higher end resorts. So the resorts are tiered in Disney World. So he would, I don't know. He just had a fucking connection at this thing in Disney, and we would get cheap. Like everybody loved him. He was loved. He was like a kind of a meme. Loved this guy. Everybody knew his name. Funny guy. We were just like, yeah, I guess he quit his job. He loves us. Like we don't know at that point. We're just like, oh, this guy just wants to help. Like whatever. He would tell us how smart he is. He ran like a fantasy football elimination pool, I guess, where everyone would put in you put in $1,000 and whatever, you pick a team to win every week, and then like there's one winner at the end, they win a bunch of money. And he got somebody like, I don't know if rat, whatever the fuck, but he got put in jail for running an illegal gambling ring.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And he served time.
Damn.
And he looked just like Peter Griffin. And we were all like, I shouldn't say his name, but we would always just we would say free, whatever. Like he was like a meme almost, but yeah, that's a guy from my town.
You know that.
He's a king. Yeah, he looks like Peter Griffin. So I always associate
Peter Griffin
in real life with him, and I'm like, yeah, positive.
Positive?
Yeah. Positive. You hear that story I just told you, and you don't hear positive?
I don't hear positive. You listen about 7 bad things.
Well, he quit his job on Wall Street. Help kids.
To brag to kids about how much money he made? To brag to students?
No, to help us.
To help you? He was a substitute.
I know.
He was a substitute.
We were doing SAT math.
Twice a year.
Nothing to do with what we would. Nothing to do. Yeah, 5 times.
5 times a year.
But he would be in the school almost every day.
He was from watching Good Will Hunting.
Yeah. And then he would get us. I mean, we got the cheap senior trip, which was dope. And then he got locked up.
He was
he got locked up. I know. I felt bad. It's always, he had kids in the town too. It's always weird. Someone else got caught years later, my art teacher, for skimming money off the senior trip.
Damn.
Which is fucked up. And they went, it was a woman. She was like the arts. I mean, also, I guess it's sad because like, the fact that you need to do that is probably like, who knows what's going on.
She was also driving a Ferrari.
Nah, but like the most like artsy you would never expect. Yeah, some fucking scams going on in Sayreville, New Jersey.
Why are you saying artsy people are throwing scams? You're throwing me and you under the bus.
No, she was an art teacher. Like
not
you wouldn't expect.
We're not artsy like that. We're not artsy like that.
No, I'm not running a senior trip, fucking scam, like money scam. Did you like fundraise for did you fundraise for a senior trip or whatever? Nah. You went to like a sell chocolate type of thing?
Oh, I think you could, but I just paid the price.
Yeah, me too.
I had a job.
Yeah.
And fuck that. I wasn't gonna.
No, I figured if you did that, you would have a funny story from it.
Oh no, I just worked at Applebee's and then worked another job, and like I actually worked, and you make more money from that.
100%.
Yeah. Maybe I'll wear a white polo and get some glasses.
I mean, then you might.
You think
your hair's a little light.
You think
I don't think Peter Griffin has blue eyes.
You think someone's gonna look at me if I'm wearing a white polo, green pants, and have my hair down,
and a hat,
and glasses, and they're gonna
go, not a hat.
No.
He's got blue eyes.
No. Peter Griffin's got blue eyes. This guy's no Peter Griffin, okay?
I think they would know. I think
how alike does a person have to look like a celebrity?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. I say true. I don't even I wear a white T-shirt, throw glasses on. I'm Peter Griffin.
Yeah, maybe the green pants. You might need green pants.
I have green pants.
You do?
Sweatpants.
I mean, you could do it.
Come out to Rhode Island.
Yes,
and if you don't see the show,
please come out to Rhode Island.
Look out for a big man dressed like Peter Griffin being followed by Robbie, who I'm going to make look like a dog.
I was wondering if I was going to be Stewie.
No.
Stewie, the head is too iconic.
Yeah. I would have to hold you sideways.
Brian.
I'll make you Brian.
Yeah, I wear a doggy outfit.
This is cute. All right.
Yeah, come out. August 19th, New York. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a big one. I'm excited about that. If you're gonna be around, please come out to that. August 19th. You could stream it, you could watch it in person. Obviously, we love in person.
Yeah, come on out. Thanks for all the love, sharing those clips. We love that. Please subscribe to the YouTube, and that's it. All right, Robbie, hit the fucking music.